Welcome to all the things you're looking for. Today we're gonna have a look at this, the Apple AirPods Pro 2. So without further ado, let's get started. The usual paperwork. So here they are, the Apple AirPods Pro 2. Here we have additional ear tips in the size XS, S and L. Here you can see the Apple AirPods Pro 2 case on the left and the original case on the right. As you can see, the new AirPods Pro looks slightly different, which is good, so you won't mistake them. Also the case. This is a test with the AirPods Pro 2 in a quiet environment. This is a test with the AirPods Pro 2 in a quiet environment. So, how do they sound like? What do you think? Please let me know in the comments below. And now, let's move on to our next test. This is a test with the original AirPods in a quiet environment. This is a test with the original AirPods in a quiet environment. So, let's move on to our next test. So this is a second test scenario in a very noisy environment, in a coffee shop environment, and we have a decibel reading somewhere around 60. This, by the way, is recorded with my MacBook Air M2. This is a test with the Apple AirPods Pro 2 in a noisy environment. We have a decibel reading somewhere around 60. I'm going to be quiet for a moment so that you can hear how much noise is coming through. This is a test with the Apple AirPods Pro 2 in a coffee shop environment. Let's move on to our next test. This is a test with the original AirPods Pro in a very noisy environment. We have a decibel reading of something around 60. I'm going to be quiet for a moment so that you can hear how much noise is coming through. This is a test with the original AirPods Pro in a coffee shop, a very noisy environment. Let's move on to our next test. And now the test scenario with a train passing by in the background. This is recorded with my MacBook Air M2. And we had a decibel reading somewhere around 75 to 80. There's also a second train coming. So just that you know. And I think now it's time to start a test. This is a test with the Apple AirPods Pro 2 and the train passing by in the background. We have a decibel reading of something around 75 and 80. This is a test with the Apple AirPods Pro 2 and the train passing by in the background. And right now the second train is passing by. So let's move on to our next test. This is a test with the original AirPods Pro and the train passing by in the background. We had a decibel reading somewhere between 75 and 80. This is a test with the original AirPods Pro and the train passing by in the background. So let's move on to our next test. This is a test scenario with a dishwasher running in the background. and we have a decibel reading somewhere between 55 and 60. So let's start our test. This is a test with the Apple AirPods Pro 2 and the dishwasher running in the background. We have a decibel reading somewhere between 55 and 60. I'm going to be quiet for a moment so that you can hear how much noise is coming through. What I can say, the noise cancelling definitely is better than with the original ones because I could barely hear the dishwasher this time. Yeah, let's move on to our next test. This is a test with the original AirPods Pro and the dishwasher running in the background. We have a decibel reading of something between 55 and 60. I'm going to be quiet for a moment so that you can hear how much noise is coming through. This is a test with the original AirPods Pro and the dishwasher running in the background. Let's move on to our next test. Now the test with the Apple AirPods Pro 2 while typing on a keyboard. Let's start typing. Now let's type a little louder. This is the test with the Apple AirPods Pro when typing on a keyboard. Now the test with the original AirPods Pro while typing on a keyboard. And now let's type a little harder. This time a test scenario with a toilet flushing in the background. And we have a decibel reading somewhere around 60. This is a test with the Apple AirPods Pro 2 and the toilet flushing in the background. We had a decibel reading of something around 60. Let's move on to our next test. This is a test with the original AirPods Pro and the toilet flushing in the background. We had a decibel reading of something around 60. What else can I say? I only listened to a few songs so far, but the AirPods Pro 2 definitely have more bass, and it seems to be quite precise, especially when comparing them to other earbuds such as the Bose Quiet Comfort Earbuds 2. The Bose have a lot of bass power, but to me it seems to be a little bit muddy. I'm still working out the EQ settings there, but that's a different story. To tell you more about the AirPods Pro, I have to continue my testing and continue listening to a few more songs. I definitely want to compare them to my Bowers & Wilkins PI7 and to other earbuds such as the Bose Quiet Comfort Earbuds 2. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope this video will help you finding what you are looking for. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to support my channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you next time.